go ahead and get started in about 1 minute. We can all take our seats. Thank you. Good evening, and welcome to the August 12th, 2025 regular session meeting of City Council. If you are here with us tonight, I would like to address Council. Please register with staff in the lobby. Please indicate item I for matters germane to City Council. As you can see, we have a light system. It's 3 minutes. After stating your name and address, you will see a green light appear. After 2 minutes, you will see a yellow light. After 3 minutes, you will see a red light. At that time, please take your seat. Additionally, written remarks may be handed to the city clerk to be made a part of the official record. Copies of all ordinances regarding participation can be found at the desk in the lobby. At this time, please silence your phones. Prior to beginning the business portion of this meeting, Bishop William Blackwell with Cathedral Word Ministry will provide an invocation to the council. Afterwards, Councilman Coleman will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. It is our practice for council to stand for the invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. Those who also wish to stand are welcome, but under no obligation to do so. Thank you.
Let us pray. Almighty God of peace and wisdom, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together to discuss business for the city of Newport News. Lord, we ask you to bless those that have differences of opinion. Let us have a spirit of unity, allowing those that have different perspectives to speak, and as well as gather together and make a decision that will benefit our community. Lord, bless as only you can. We ask these things in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Proclamation. We have one presentation this evening for Mr. Leonard DeBrew. I would like to invite Mr. Linwood DeBrew's granddaughter, Gabrielle DeBrew, to the stage to receive the proclamation on his behalf. If I could have City Council join me at the podium. Thank you. And Alan. Hey, how are you? Good. We're going to have the Vice Mayor hold it right there. Whereas Mr. Linwood DeBrew was born on February 3rd, 1943 in Scotland Neck, North Carolina, and later moved with his family to Newport News, Virginia, where he was raised in the historic Newsom Park community. And whereas he dedicated his life to the advancement of civil rights, social justice, and community empowerment, beginning as a young activist, where he joined the youth branch of the NAACP. And whereas his service as the executive director of the Moton Community House further solidified his role as a transformational leader, mentor, and educator, shaping the lives of countless individuals through advocacy and grassroots organizing. And whereas Mr. DeBrew's lifelong commitment to justice, empowerment, self-determination has left a mark on the Newport News community and beyond, inspiring generations to stand for equity and liberation. Now, therefore, I, Philip Jones, Mayor of the City of Newport News, proudly recognize Mr. Linwood DeBrew as a true champion of the people. His unwavering dedication, tireless efforts, and lifelong commitment to justice and liberation have left an enduring impact. Tonight, we celebrate his extraordinary legacy, uplift his valuable contributions, and pledge to honor his influence by ensuring future generations carry forward his mission in the ongoing fight for justice and equality. Thank you all, and congratulations, Mr. DeRue, one more time. Public hearing, page 5. Item E1 is a request to adopt an ordinance authorizing change of zoning Charlie Zulu-2025-0003 to Regal Cinemas, Inc. and Platinum Management, LLC from C1 Retail Commercial to R8 High Density Multiple Family Dwelling with proffers for 2 parcels located totaling 13.02 acres located at 100 at 115 Regal Way. At this time, are there any speakers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so I see we have about 20 speakers, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Once again, please don't make me the bad guy. Once it's been 3 minutes, I'll say it's been 3 minutes, and at the time, please take your seat. I will call each name in the order it appears in front of my screen. First up, we're going to have, and I'll call 3 so that way you can, I think we have 2 different mics, so you can probably make it easier. So the first 3 will be Tim Trant, Kathy Scott, and then Karen Clark. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. My name is Tim Trant, 11815 Fountain Way here in the city of Newport News. I'm attorney with Kaufman and Knoll. It's my privilege to be here tonight on behalf of the applicant. Mr. Brad Waitzer, who's in the audience with me, is the owner of Platinum Management and Signature Management, the proposed developer of this project. Brad is a native of Hampton Roads, a resident of Hampton Roads. He develops and self-manages his properties for the long term. Brad has developed his niche in the development business is luxury apartment communities, and he owns and operates a number of them across the Hampton Roads region. But actions speak louder than words, and there's no better example of Brad's work in this space than the Commonwealth at York apartment community, which is partly in York County, but partly in Newport News, just down the street from this project. It was developed about 10 years ago and has been wonderfully successful. A wonderful community of people, just a wonderful place to live, and Brad's been looking for a sister project for quite some time. As you all may know, unfortunately the Regal Cinemas is closing, whether we like it or not, and it has been on the market, that property, for quite some time. Brad was very excited to be able to have it under contract for redevelopment, and is very pleased to be able to present his redevelopment plan to you all tonight. Some of the benefits that we perceive of the project, humbly, are revitalization of the existing commercial area, which is beginning to experience blight, to improve and revitalize the aesthetic, just the appearance of the area, which we think will help uplift and stabilize the existing commercial area and residential areas. It pushes the commercial interface between the residential neighborhoods and the commercial further away from the single-family residential, consistent with good land planning patterns, enhanced buffering, enhanced green space, and true walkability that will create a more functional and practical mixed-use area. We hosted a community meeting in June, and it was well attended. We're very fortunate to receive some very good feedback from some very thoughtful residents. We made some changes to our plan based on that feedback, particularly in our buffer and the location of our buildings. We increased our buffer and moved our buildings further away from the property line. We supplemented the existing buffer, which is substantial, about 315 trees, 50-50 with evergreen and deciduous, with 100 additional evergreen plantings in the supplemental buffer area. We were grateful to receive strong support from the Planning Commission, but we further revised our proffers at the MEP meeting based on some feedback that we got from the citizens, better locking in the definitive nature of our buffer commitment. We will be a part of the commercial association for Kiln Creek Homeowners Association, but we've had also some preliminary conversations with the residential association, how we might collaborate with them and be a part of their association, at least contractually. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, sir. Kathy Scott, then Karen Clark, and then Sharon Hart. Good evening, ma'am.
Members of City Council, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is Kathy Scott. I'm at 244 Mustang Trail, Virginia Beach, and I'm the president of Signature Management. We currently manage Commonwealth at York, just down the road, and we will manage the new community as well. I'm here to share how our approach to apartment living sets us apart and why this development will be a positive, lasting addition to Kiln Creek. We understand that concerns are sometimes raised about rental communities and their impact on neighborhoods. I want to address those concerns directly and explain why our communities and our residents consistently strengthen the places they are part of. If you look at the photos that we handed out, you will see some of the residents already living at Commonwealth. First, our resident screening process is the most rigorous in the industry. Applicants must show strong income and credit, which is standard, but we go further. We verify landlord references, we check employment and financial documentation, we perform background screenings, and we even use a third-party service to detect fraud. Many applicants do not qualify. These steps protect us and our neighbors. They ensure our residents are responsible, respectful, and stable, people who take pride in their homes and care about their community. It's worth noting that even the nicest for-sale neighborhoods, buyers are not screened for behavior, only finances. We assess both. Second, we intentionally foster community. We fund regular social and volunteer events that bring residents together. Our staff and residents collect school supplies, food, and pet items for local charities. We host movie nights, holiday gatherings, and even Neighbor of the Month celebrations. These efforts build connection, something rare in today's world. Third, our level of service leads to long-term residents. Most of our residents could buy homes, but they choose to rent with us for the elevated lifestyle, professional management, and convenient location. They are professionals, they're entrepreneurs, they're retirees, they're our coworkers, they're families, they're people who want well-designed homes near the businesses they support. Without options like ours, many would move to Suffolk or Isle of Wight, taking their spending and involvement with them. We give them a reason to stay in Newport News and invest here. I know this personally. I'm a Newport News native, Warwick High School graduate. I was raised in Hilton Village. Years ago, I worked in Newport News, but the housing I wanted wasn't available. I moved to Smithfield, and with that move, my spending and community involvement left Newport News too. Put simply, our residents are your neighbors. They're your customers, they're your volunteers. They don't harm property values, they help uphold them, they help improve them. They strengthen the economy and help build the kind of community we all want to live in. We take great pride in what we do.
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
the people we welcome in our communities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karen Clark, Sharon Hart, and then Jana Lieberman, in that order. Thank you.
Hi, I'm
Good evening.
Karen Clark. Good evening. 901 Ivy Stone Way. I've been a resident of Ivy Stone Way for about 10 years now. The first few months were pleasantly quiet. Then out of nowhere, a few months later, I noticed construction trucks heading down the Commonwealth Drive in Yorktown. That's when I found out about the apartment complex and townhouses. How come this was not disclosed to me when I had purchased, as this is one of life's lessons? Now, 10 years later, we have the Commonwealth at Yorktown Apartments and the mainstay two-family houses, of which I think are finally completed. But the best surprise is the Townhouse Suites Hotel, located in Yorktown, smack in front of Miller's Pond community, located in Newport News. What an eyesore. It now makes 5 hotels in less than a mile from each other. Was that necessary? Also, during the construction process time, I had experienced 2 flat tires due to nails in the road. The traffic congestion on Victory Boulevard is already horrible. The noise factor has gone up significantly, especially when the Yorktown fire trucks pay a visit to the Commonwealth Apartments and the hotel areas, I would say at least 3 times a month. The record was on 7/22 when 5 fire trucks and 2 ambulances showed up at the existing apartments. Who pays for all that? The speeding on Commonwealth is atrocious, a total threat to anyone who walks or bicycles in the area now. Where are the sidewalks? We need them for all the way from Victory Boulevard to the now Commonwealth Apartments. Yorktown representatives need to gather with Newport News and figure out a solution before there's a pedestrian casualty. There have been instances of very loud music by passing cars so loud it vibrates my house as I am backed off of Commonwealth. I especially love all the garbage that is thrown out of the windows in the front of our community, of which when enough accumulates, I go out there and pick it up. I can't think of a better way to spend my time. I'm so glad I retired. I no longer feel safe around the area, and especially for people who have little children. The building of such another large apartment complex is not necessary and would only saturate the usage of utilities, sewer, water, noise pollution, schools, and especially traffic congestion, and most likely increase property taxes and crime. As a result of the now apartments of Yorktown, we who live in Newport News, Ivy Stoneway community receive an additional $54 sewer bill from Yorktown since it's been built. Let's avoid any unnecessary casualties by not overpopulating the area. I understand the need for housing, but definitely not another huge apartment complex, as it is not necessary and would not complement the area. Besides, we already have one, and that's enough. As we do understand the need for more housing, I am asking you, the City Council, to consider something more reasonable, like senior housing, single complex condos, townhouses.
Thank you, ma'am.
No higher than 2 stories. I'm not done.
I know. I'm sorry. Thank you, ma'am. But also, ma'am, if you want, you can. If
Yes,
you give
you
us the
can
notes, it'll be made a part of the official record.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
just go.
will
Yeah,
do.
just the city clerk.
Right here.
Sharon Hart, and then Jana Lieberman, and then Robert Rakakis.
Sharon Hart, 708 Stone Cove, Newport News, Virginia. I speak for a lot of our neighbors could not make it here today, Ivy Stone residents, but we did send a PDF with a petition representing over 3/4 of our population in Ivy Stone. We also received some signatures from Miller's Pond, which is our adjacent community. What's going to happen is when we have 2 luxury apartments, they're going to sandwich these 2 little communities that were pre-existing to them being established there. We have been there since 1992, Miller's Pond, Ivy Stone since 1998. I'm asking council to please consider, when you vote for this, our quality of life, our health, our safety, and our welfare, because we're your constituents. We're the people that live in City and Newport News, the ones that live and work and travel on that road to Commonwealth. And I can tell you what we have experienced with those nice neighbors down the street. We've got speeders down the road. We no longer can cross Commonwealth without fear of being hit, either personally walking, so it's not a walking area anymore, or traffic. You're going to get hit by a car. You can look both ways before you turn out of Ivy Stone, and before you know it, there's another car on top of you. This is very significant of people that live in apartments. I'm not trying to clone them, but they're typically people between 21 and 34. They're learning about life. They're going to make mistakes. Unfortunately, those mistakes may be at our cost. We already have that generation down at one end of our neighborhood. What we're asking for at the other end is not an empty building, but maybe something a little less towering, such as a 55-plus community. I think that there are a lot of people that are misconstrued as to what a 55-plus community is. If you're familiar with the villages of Yorktown, which is by York High School, or Oxford Run, which is a Macosa, those are 55-plus communities. These folks don't go out in peak hours. They're homeowners with a vested interest in their surroundings. That makes a difference between someone who rents and someone that has a vested interest in their surroundings. But what we see is speeding, loud noise as they speed down the road, and then they throw their fast food containers out, which we have to go out and pick up. So what we're asking you to do is to consider not apartment complexes, but something that better suits the community. Your elder population in the city of Newport News is at 38%, and it is growing.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
there is a need to do something about that.
Thank you, ma'am.
So this would suffice that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Jana Lieberman, then Robert, and then Michael Vincent.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you all for letting me speak tonight. My name is Jana Lieberman. I'm 58, and I live at the Commonwealth at York Apartments. I live at 102 Armory Street in Newport News. I love living at Commonwealth at York developed and managed by the same people as the proposed community at Regal, and look forward to another great community so close to my neighborhood. I think it will only make the neighborhood nicer. The plans look beautiful, and I think it's a great idea to offer another quality community with the same great service, maintenance, and social activities, with the addition of elevators for those that have difficulty with stairs or foresee a time when they might. When I moved to the Commonwealth at York, instead of buying or renting elsewhere, I was choosing a lifestyle that was simply better. I was choosing great neighbors who became my friends. I chose caring managers and maintenance personnel who are there to take care of me. I was choosing regular social activities. In other words, I was choosing a carefree lifestyle and real community. Another advantage to me was, and I haven't seen another community that was kept up as well as the Commonwealth, and most cannot compare. I live with wonderful neighbors who are quiet and respectful, but at the same time friendly and inclusive. The only potential negative is a vacant lot in the neighborhood. A vacant movie theater will make it worse for even more weeds in the parking lot, trash being dumped, peeling paint, and who knows what's happening behind such a large building. The proposed community will solve these problems and make it attractive, active, and inviting for the first time in years. I understand that some of the neighbors are concerned about the community harming their property values and causing crime. This community will do just the opposite. Thank you.
Thank you. Robert Rakakis, then Michael Vincent, then Lania Perrone. You can put it up so we can hear you. Yeah, you're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Robert Rakowskis. I live at 201 Crossroads Loop in Yorktown, Virginia, and I've called the Commonwealth at York home since December of 2015. I'm the second resident to move into the Commonwealth at York and currently the longest tenured. I also serve as administrative assistant for Lifehouse Church, which meets every Sunday at the Regal Kiln Creek. We're of a church of about 1,800 members with average weekly attendance of over 700. I'm here to speak in strong support of Signature Management Corporation's plan to transform the Regal property into a thriving residential community. When I moved into the Commonwealth of York, I was 29 years old. I was recovering from a stroke, and the property manager, Kim Fox, used to check in on me regularly, and the staff went out their way to look after me during this time. When COVID hit and my company shut down, Signature didn't just send threats of eviction, they actually worked to find solutions. And I later found out that they did this across their portfolio of properties. They converted their collection specialists into a solution specialist for people that were affected by COVID. That compassion is rare, and that's why their communities aren't just well built, but they're well loved. I know there's some concerns, so let's address those. The traffic, the development will create half the traffic that the old theater did at its peak. Property values, right now the site is pretty much vacant, it's deteriorating, it's attracting crime, drugs, and gangs. Leaving it as is will only drag values down. A safe, well-managed community will increase property values. Neighbors, I've lived at Commonwealth at York for nearly 10 years. My neighbors have been professionals, retirees, military families. They take pride in their homes and we look for each other. But most importantly, what I want to express is that for Lifehouse, we've met at Regal since day one, and I never will forget the day when I met Mr. Weitzer at the community meeting about this project. And he didn't just shake my hand and move on. He took time to speak with me. He knew and researched Lifehouse beforehand, and he told me personally that he would make sure our church could continue to gather without interruption. And that showed me that that his commitment is not just in building buildings, but to people and institutions that bring life to communities. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, y'all.
No worries.
So I ask you guys tonight, do y'all want to leave a crumbling, crime-ridden property in place or replace it with something beautiful, safe, and community-focused? And I am proof of the difference Signature Management makes in people's lives. Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you, sir. Perfect timing. Michael Vincent, then Melanie Perrone, and then Jeff Wheeler.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Michael Vincent, 201 Crossword Loop, just down the street from the Regal Theater site. I'm a proud Commonwealth of York.
Sir, can you move the mic just a little bit down? There
I'm
you go.
sorry.
No, you're
I'm sorry. I'm proud to call Commonwealth of York at Klein Creek home. I've been a Signature Management resident for over 16 years, living in 3 of their communities. I have moved when Signature Management has built new communities. Each has been designed and built to the highest standards, impeccable maintenance, and continually improved. Their terms are professional, responsive, and dedicated to ensuring residents enjoy a safe and welcoming environment. And I believe that they will be an asset to your community, to this community, to Newport News. And I would like to say all of their staff members that I have always encountered have always been responsible toward myself, my wife, and my family. And I think that they would definitely be an asset. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Melanie Perrone, then Jeff Wheeler, and then Collins Edwards.
Hi. Hello and good evening. My name is Melanie Perron. I live at 301 Charity Lane. I've been a Newport News resident for 45 years, as today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I am a Menchville High School alumni. I've raised 3 amazing children, one of which is now a Newport News police officer in the South Precinct. And later this month, I will walk onto this very campus as a student. Go class of 2029. I've worked, shopped, ate, and played in this city with my family my whole life, and in that time, I have seen all of its many evolutions. To say my roots here are deep would be an understatement, which is why I am before you tonight. I have seen the Regal Cinema and what was once the Farm Fresh shopping strip go from its glory days to what we see now. That area was already hard hit when Farm Fresh closed its doors. Add in the after effects of COVID and how it changed everyone's movie-going experience, and Regal Cinemas has sadly been in a steady decline since. This will only perpetuate its eventual closure. What was once a beautiful shopping and entertainment area now looks barren and forgotten. All this brings us to the topic at hand this evening. Has anyone in the room who opposes this new community ever visited a Signature Management community? If you haven't, I challenge you to do so. You will see the level of care and attention placed on every detail. Each Signature community and the homes within are constructed to be beautiful and foster a sense of pride, not only for their residents, but also for their surrounding businesses, neighbors, and partners. Every development is meant to enrich its surroundings and are staffed with people whose passion is to serve and cultivate a sense of togetherness. You are not welcome to an apartment. You are welcomed home. How do I know? I had the privilege to manage the beautiful Commonwealth at York community for a time. I lived their passion and embraced their heart, honesty, excellence, accountability, responsibility, and teamwork. Signature is also committed to the cities their communities are in, and they participate in outreach efforts throughout the year. Any implications this proposed community will bring undesirable residents, crime, or will hurt property values is just inconceivable. This new community will enhance the existing neighborhood and add to its desirability and patronage. As you will or have seen, Signature maintains each of their communities meticulously with care and thought for the communities that they serve. That cannot be said for individual homeowners. I know, I am one. I have neighbors. Or even condominium communities. How many homeowners are screened for credit and criminal backgrounds? None that I am aware of. However, Signature, in compliance with fair housing, carefully screens all prospective residents to ensure to the best of their ability that their communities are safe for their residents and the surrounding areas. As Newport News continues to grow and change, so too does the housing needs of the residents within. This new development will go a long way in assisting with that need. The city's health and vitality cannot be sustained.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff Wheeler, Collins Edwards, then Nora Lamboit.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Wheeler. My fiance and I live at 120 West Rexford in Newport News, Stony Brook Estates. I've been a resident there for 5 years. The 15 years previous to that, I lived in Hampton, just on the other side of this community. As a member of the business community, my primary interest in this rezoning is that a significant part of a comprehensive housing strategy is to support economic development. I know that one of the most important factors businesses look at in making location decisions is availability of housing for their prospective employees. That'll be attractive to employees. Newport News housing stock is deficient. The property appears to be very high-end and offers its residents walkability to restaurants, shopping, and services in a location with superior access to major highways and interstates. The lifestyle it offers is very attractive to all types of households. I don't understand why we could say we're pro-business without addressing the city's deficient housing stock and increasing the housing inventory with a variety of housing choices and lifestyles. I'm also familiar with the various property management companies throughout my professional life. Signature is one of the best. Their properties are well maintained, their residents are always happy, they do a really great job, and that's going to ensure that this property is developed and managed at the highest standard. In addition to fixing the planning and aesthetic issues that plague the commercial area, this community will support nearby businesses that continue to struggle and serve as a logical transition and buffer between the detached housing in the south and commercial property in the north. It will really improve the look and functioning of such a highly visible and strategic commercial area for the city. Thank you.
Thank you. Collins Edwards.
Hi, good evening.
Good
My
evening.
name's Colin Edwards. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, 6200 Mountain Brook Lane, Atlanta, Georgia. I am the owner, y'all might remember me less than a year ago, of the former Farm Fresh Center next door. We've owned it now for 6 months and just recently completed our permitting to kick off that redevelopment there. Over those 6 months, I'm begging and pleading retailers to come in. My shop space still on the bookends of my storage facility, and quite frankly have not had a lot of luck just due to the same things, traffic and residents in the area. But I can tell you my existing tenants, their eyes light up when they heard about this potential apartment complex coming next door, and I am just begging them to hang in there with me till we get some of this, or hopefully, knock on wood, get some of this community and walking traffic back there. When I researched what Signature was proposing, it's not often you find a developer that is in the community with a project less than a half mile down the road with a local, not a merchant developer. But that gave me a lot of hope that he would see this through and follow through on the proffers and renderings that all look like really a Class A facility. As the owner there, as we're kicking off our construction here just in the last week, we would be super excited to see this through. But thank you for your time. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nora Lamboy, Bruce Jackson, Michelle Branch, and then Charles Persinger.
It's Lambiot.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. My concern, I visited the property today, and it all looked very nice, and I actually met the developer shortly before the meeting started and asked him my one big concern, traffic. I live in Kiln Creek. We have unbelievable traffic all the time getting in and out, and I only see 2 ingress and egresses there. The Commonwealth has to come out to 171 in 2 areas. And originally, when the Miller's Pond was built, there was discussion by the city that it might be possible at some point to continue Commonwealth back through some property over to 17 so they could go the other direction instead of coming out to 171 both ways. Mr. Weitzer says he doesn't think that's possible. But I would certainly like to find somebody that might consider that, because I'm not opposed to the project itself, because it all looks nice, and I was impressed with the way Mr. Weitzer was presenting his project, and I would certainly do not want to see that property where it is left in the condition that it is, because it has affected that whole side of Kiln Creek. I just would like to know if there's some other way that you can get people in and out of there, because it is and it will increase traffic using that area over there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bruce Jackson.
Good evening to the mayor and
Good
the city
evening.
council. I just want to say that personally, I've been in Ivystone since '98, and me personally, I retired from driving a New York City bus in New York City and bought a home in Ivystone as a retirement. So been there a long time. I love the community. My wife and I, we love the community. And like most people that's here tonight, we are against having the apartment building put up. I just want to share with you guys a few things. Living next to a large apartment building can present several downsides for a small community of homeowners. Number one, change the neighborhood characters. Large apartment buildings can drastically alter the visual landscape of a neighborhood, potentially disrupting small community at the sense of place. It can also increase traffic and parking issues. Higher population density from apartment complex can lead to increased traffic congestions and competition for parking spaces. And so this can pose inconveniences, especially for homeowners with multiple vehicles or those who frequently host guests. Also, is noise and privacy concerns. Apartment complex with community areas, playgrounds, and frequent gatherings can generate significant noise, disrupting the peace of the quiet community and reducing the privacy of nearby homes, according and increased foot traffic can also contribute to privacy concerns. Potential impact on property values. New construction, particularly large-scale developments, can have a temporary negative effect on home values in the immediate vicinity due to noise, dust, and other nuisances during construction. So we would have to listen for 2.5 years for them building this place with all the dust and the loud vehicles and motor vehicles and all that kind of stuff. And also, there can be strain on local infrastructure and services. An increase in population from new apartment buildings can put a strain on existing infrastructure, such as road, water systems, and sewer lines. It can also increase demand for local services, including school, public safety, police and fire, and other community resources. Less control over neighborhood selection. Homeowners near apartment complex have less control over who lives next to them. So in other words, the building, they be hiring everybody, but we won't know who they were. So, we're not going to be comfortable. We won't be able, we won't be comfortable coming out that night because we don't know who's who. So in essence, the core issue from others evolve around the clash.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Charles Persinger will be the last one.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor Jones and distinguished city council members.
Evening.
Good evening. My name is Freddie Persinger. I am a Kiln Creek resident. I reside at 905 Nicholas Drive in the Masters Village of Newport News. I strongly support the proposed community at the Regal Cinema. I've reviewed the city materials in detail and have read, with amusement I may add, the comments against the development placed on my door and posted on Nextdoor by Ms. Hart. The implications in the postings are just plain wrong. First, the Nextdoor posting refers to the development as a high-rise. This is not accurate. The false characterizations alone probably scared people into opposing this project. The materials reference traffic concern, and in reality, this project will only generate about half the daily trips of the movie theater. Similarly, a fraction of what other commercial developments would bring that are already zoned to be there. They refer to school overcapacity. The schools that will serve this community have ample capacity to service the apartments. They refer to crime, when an empty building is about the worst thing you can have when it comes to crime. They go on and on. They're all covered by the staff materials that were given. Tonight, I ask that you focus instead on the positive that this development will bring to our city. One, it will revitalize a rapidly declining commercial area that will surely decline more quickly with an empty theater building sitting there. Even now, it's an eyesore. Two, it will create tree-lined streets with well-lit sidewalks where none currently exist, already brought up tonight. It will make this area walkable for the first time. Three, it will help struggling businesses, as you've already heard, in the area and attract new retailers. Four, it will generate enormous tax revenue. Five, a park and public art will create a sense of identity for this community. Area for the first time and generate the type of interactive engagement that helps everyone. And six, it will dramatically increase green space. In closing, this is an opportunity for us to eliminate an eyesore, help surrounding businesses, mostly small, generate substantial revenue, and provide much-needed housing for our community. This housing will offer the features that most people are looking for in daily life today. I urge you to vote yes to improve our city and my Kiln Creek community. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, sir. At this time, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. At this time, is there any discussion among City Council?
Yes.
I'll let, we'll go, sorry?
This is for closing public comments.
Correct, yeah. Any discussion, this is to close the public comment?
Yeah.
Councilman Neely.
I'd just like to thank everybody who came out to speak today. Your voices were definitely heard. As I sit on different boards and committees, I know that the shipyard have to hire 30,000 people within the next decade. We know that Ferguson is growing. We know that Lieber is growing. We know that Jefferson Lab is growing. And what we hear so often is they need housing. They need luxury apartments. And I'm so glad and excited that I can speak for myself. There's somebody who wants to build in this city where there's not going to be any more ugly buildings. We know what will happen to that Regal Cinema if apartments or something of that sort don't go there. It's going to be abandoned. It's going to start looking decay. It's going to make the neighborhood look ugly. So I'm always going to be for development. I'm all for going to be for housing. And I'm just so excited that this is coming to Newport News, hopefully. I've had friends that stay on Commonwealth properties, and they love it. You heard one of the ladies speak as a citizen of graduating from Warwick High School. We have to learn to support our local businesses. This is a local developer that want to come back to Newport News and invest in this community. So me, I'm excited. I think it's going to help meet the demands of our workforce that is growing, and just excited to possibly see what this could be. And continue to look at Newport News. We got a lot of ugly buildings. If it was up to me, I'd tear them all down and build affordable and nice housing for the citizens of Newport News. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. And I think Councilman Long, you're going to save the comments for the ordinance, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Is there any further discussion about closing the public comment? So hearing none, let's open the vote, please. As a reminder to council, we'll be using the electronic voting, and we are voting just to close public hearing. Is the vote opened?
Motion carried, 7-0.
Okay, so at this time, is there a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So vote. Second.
Moved and seconded. Now, is there any discussion? Councilman Long.
Yeah, I want to say I do appreciate the residents that came out to speak for as well as against. So I did listen to all your concerns, and I've been following this project since the developer came to Regal movie theater that night, and that was actually the first time me being at Regal in such a long time. This is really our opportunity to take control of this property, because right now it's zoned commercial. A commercial developer can come in here at any time, and it may not be the use that we want. I'm big on housing options. We just had a housing study, and it stated that we need more opportunity, different choices for people of different lifestyle. Now, it's not affordable. I always like affordable, but I'm also being in favor of supply, increasing our supply, because right now across the city, we're at about 2.5% vacancy. So we need more apartments available to increase supply to help with this demand that we have on our apartment complex. And I think that will help control some costs, prices. Now, as far as quality of life, I do like that the developer did come forward with increasing the buffer. I think that'll be really helpful, especially for noise during construction time period. But also what I liked, and recently in the conversation that the attorney Tim Trent spoke of, is that your developer's looking at possibly forming some kind of contractual agreement with the HOA residential. I think that would help out with the quality of life. If you go to Killing Creek, it's pristine. I mean, you don't see trash. You don't see a lot of like signage everywhere. I think the HOA at Killing Creek does a great job at keeping or maintaining control of that development. So I'm hopeful that the developer can come to terms and have some kind of contractual agreement with the HOA at Killing Creek. So what we are familiar with, that quality of life can transform into this apartment complex that is being proposed. Now, as far as traffic, that's a concern across the city. And I know we are trying hard to work on traffic congestion in different areas of the city. And I think if this does pass, that engineering, we can look at something in the future to help out with some of the congestion and traffic issues, because we're doing that in different areas, especially like in Orchard Point and Jefferson. I know we're doing some changes there to kind of address the traffic. So I think that's something on us as a council to kind of help out, look for. That's all I have. Thank you.
Any other comments from City Council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Coleman.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight, especially the folks that came out and shared their feelings and opinions about the proposed project. Either you're for it or against it. I appreciate the dialogue and how respectful everyone was of each other. A lot of things come into consideration when we're looking at big projects of this nature, especially how they impact our neighborhoods in the city. Quality of life concerns are serious concerns. And whenever you start to introduce more people to an area, certain things are going to happen just naturally. And traffic is one of them. Litter is another thing. And those are definitely concerns. And as Councilman Law talked about, there are ways for us to help with that. And I would probably ask the manager to direct our police department possibly to put, if you have speeders coming down Commonwealth, you know what, maybe we need to put our speed trailer out there and see exactly what is going on and do some enhanced enforcement if we have to. There's also traffic calming that we can do as well. So there's a lot of different options there. But when it comes to what could happen to that property, it really concerns me because it is zone C1. It's commercial. So someone could come in by right and put in whatever they want there, and it could significantly increase traffic, litter, crime, blight, all of the things that you spoke about. So we have to take all those things into consideration. And also this project, in my opinion, we do need housing. This project in particular fills a gap that we have been looking for, and that is luxury apartments. We have a shortage of that type of apartment in the city of Newport News, and I think it's going to enhance the portfolio of housing that we have here in the city. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that everyone has a high quality of life here in the city. And that's, especially our residents have been here for a long time, that invested in the city of Newport News. And we can do whatever we can to make sure that as we grow, that we're respectful of each and every one of your lives and your family's lives. So I do plan on supporting this project this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At this time, is there any other City Council discussion? I think if not, I'll have the last word. My family and I, we moved to Newport News when I was in the 5th grade. We lived in Kiln Creek. I can remember going to the Farm Fresh and going to the cinema. And so I will always be in favor of anything that removes blighted buildings and can increase the economic development and improvement of an area. So at this time, will the city clerk open the vote, please? The vote is now open.
Mr. Mayor, was there a motion and a second?
Yes, there was.
Okay.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. So at this time, if you're more than happy or more than welcome to stay for the rest of about another hour and a half meeting, or you can exit at this time. Thanks, Tim.
Zena, this is the E2 person. Sam, the one thing that this doesn't work is
Yes.
We'll start again in about 30 seconds. Thank you all for coming out.
Everything.
That was the whole meeting.
I'm sad the Regal won't be there.
At this time, we are going to continue. Page 198, item E2 is a request to grant an ordinance granting a conditional use permit number Charlie Uniform -2025-0004 to JMB Real Estate LLC to allow for the operation of a small motor vehicle repair and service facility on a .47 acre property located at 9955 Jefferson Avenue, Zone C2, General Commercial. At this time, we have no speakers, only questions. Is there any questions at this time? I hear that there are none, so I need a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Please open the vote. I think we need to reset the vote from the last time. So if we could open the vote, please.
I think we're good.
That's the last one.
Okay.
Nope, there we go.
The vote has now been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Page 223, item E3 is a request to adopt an ordinance amending and reordaining City Code, Chapter 13, Building Regulations, Article 12, Identification and Inspection of Rental Dwelling Units, Division 2, Section 13-193. At this time, are there any speakers?
No, sir.
Motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. At this time, open the vote. Vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I do have to say something.
Councilman Long?
I just want to say thanks to staff to bring this forward. That this is something that I felt passionate about, with seeing the rental inspection program expanded to help out other residents across the city, not just in the Southeast End. I know it's been a helpful tool for tenants that live in the Southeast community, but now seeing that there was some property complaints in this area, now we can continue the protection of our tenants across the city. So I do appreciate bringing it forward and looking into it. If there's other areas that we need to be concerned about, I mean, if this is so passed, let it work its way through. But if there's some other areas, we definitely need to look at it to help all of our tenants across the city. Newport News.
Thank you, sir. Is there any other city council discussion? Hearing none at this time, open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Page 229, item E4 is request to adopt an ordinance authorizing and directing the city manager to execute a deed of easement by and between the City of Newport News and Trustwood Properties LLC, granting an access easement across city-owned property located at 13141 Jefferson Avenue for the benefit of 501 Trustwood Lane. At this time, are there any speakers?
No, sir.
Motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Page 242, item E5 is a request to adopt an ordinance authorizing the city manager to execute all documents necessary to make offers to acquire by voluntary sale or condemnation portions of property for the James River Drive Forest Main project At this time, are there any speakers?
No, sir.
Motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Consent agenda, item F contains the following items. Page 225, minutes of the City Council and EDA joint retreat of October 3rd, 2024. Page 288, minutes of the City Council budget retreat of January 9th. Page 314, minutes of the City Council retreat of July 8th, 2025. Page 335, minutes of the work session of July 22nd, 2025. Page 353, minutes of the regular meeting of July 2nd, 2025. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, items F1 through F5, all inclusive?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote has been opened.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Next on our agenda, other city council actions, page 367, item G1, Mr. Manager.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. Item G1 is a request to approve a resolution authorizing the commemorative naming of a portion of Orchid Avenue from 28th to 35th Street as Dr. McKinley L. Price Way. This honor recognizes former Mayor Price's lifelong dedication to Newport News through his career as a dentist, 8 years on the school board, and 12 years as mayor. Recommend approval.
Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, I'd just like to say, I'm glad we do have this on this agenda as a city council action because of the service that the former mayor and former school board member, Dr. McKinley Price, had, the numerous hours that he has served to help our city.
Thank you, ma'am. Rob, you want to say anything?
Absolutely. I think it's a great honor to celebrate the life of service of a great man, a great resident of Newport News, and I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate his legacy. And so just want to say thank you to the council and to the manager's office for bringing this forward.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? I'll just say my only regret is that this was not done sooner, and so I'm glad we're finally able to get this done. Mayor Price, he shouldered it for a very long time, and so I'm glad that this council will be able to recognize him and will be able to get that street name. At this time, please open the vote, and the vote has been opened.
Motion carried 7-0.
Thank you, ma'am. Page 370, item G2, Mr. Manager.
Item G2 is a request to adopt an ordinance amending Chapter 13 of the City Code by adding Article 13, derelict buildings and spot blight abatement, establishing procedures and enforcement authority to address properties that endanger public health, safety, and neighborhood stability. Recommend approval.
Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now open.
Motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. Page 377, item G3, Mr. Manager.
Item G3 is a request to adopt an amendment to Chapter 13, Section 13-28, unsafe structures, to align notice requirements with the Virginia Code, Section 15.2-906, which mandates notifying property owners by certified mail and publishing the notice weekly for 2 consecutive weeks in a local newspaper. I recommend approval.
Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now open.
Motion carried 7-0.
Thank you. Page 382, item G4, Mr. Manager.
Item G4 is a request to adopt an ordinance amending Chapter 13, Building Regulations, Article 10, accumulation of debris, litter, or rubbish, which authorizes the city to remove clutter after notifying property owners and to collect any unpaid charges through legal action or as a lien on the property tax bill. I recommend approval.
Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now live.
Motion carried 7-0.
Thank you. Page 386, item G5, Mr. Manager.
Item G5 is a request to approve a resolution adopting the Consolidated Plan for Housing and Community Development 5-year plan for fiscal year 2025 through 2029, including the 1-year annual action plan for fiscal year 2025 through 2026, as well as updates to the Citizen Participation Plan and Neighborhood Revitalization Strategy area documents. I do recommend approval.
I see that there's no speakers. Motion to approve with resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I have one comment.
Councilman Long.
So for next year, we should start seeing some of the, hopefully, this homeless study would be part of it. I know the homeless study had spoke of about having more permanent supportive housing available. I saw a lot of the funds were toward our existing development, so I'm hoping at FY 2630, we should start seeing that additional funding.
Duly noted, Councilman Long.
Any further city council discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now open.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Page 397, item G6, Mr. Manager.
Item G6 is a request to approve the conveyance of the city-owned Julius Kahn Gymnasium property located at 328 30th Street to the Economic Development Authority of the City of Newport News. I recommend approval.
At this time, I see that we have no speakers. Motion to approve with resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? I'll just say I know we have some more actions on appropriations, but this is the next step in ensuring that we're able to execute on Huntington Hall and ensure that we can increase quality of life in downtown. So looking forward to voting on this. Open the vote, please. The vote is now live.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Page 401, item G7, Mr. Manager.
Item G7 is a request to approve a resolution accepting the conveyance of 5 underdeveloped parcels from Livingstone Monastery to the city for their wetlands that will aid in flood risk mitigation and stormwater management. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now open.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Page 406, item G8, Mr. Manager.
Item G8 is a request to adopt a resolution authorizing and directing the city manager to execute a Fourth Amendment to the tower attachment lease between the City of Newport News and the Federal Bureau of Investigation located at 100 Tower Lane, Yorktown, Virginia. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now live.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Page 413, item G9, Mr. Manager.
Item G9 is a request to adopt an ordinance amending and reordaining City Code Chapter 2, Administration, Article 20, to add military family businesses as a protected group in contract awards and ensure U.S. manufactured solar photovoltaic equipment is not excluded in procurement, ordinances, policies, or permits. I recommend approval.
Motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Open the vote, please. The vote is now live.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Page 417, item G10, Mr. Manager.
Item G10 is a request to approve a resolution authorizing the city's participation in the proposed settlement of opioid-related claims against the Sackler family and directing the city attorney to execute the necessary documents to complete the city's participation in this settlement. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now open.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Appropriations, page 420, appropriations, item H, Mr. Manager.
There are 10 appropriations this evening.
No worries, Alan. Take your time.
No pressure. Item H1, the first of 2 items, is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $4,500 in state grant revenue from the Virginia Commission for the Arts to the Local Performing and Fine Arts Foundation to be used with FY 2026 operating budget funds to provide individual grants to eligible performing and fine arts organizations. Item H2, the second of 2 items, is a request to approve a resolution authorizing specific grant awards to local performing and fine arts organizations for fiscal year 2026, as recommended by the Newport News Arts Commission, including general operating support for 15 organizations and project support for 15 others. Item H3 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $1 million for preliminary engineering assessment and alternatives for the Copeland Park Pump Station Improvements Project as the station nears the end of its lifespan. Construction is anticipated in FY 27-28. Item H4 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $1 million for pre-construction studies of the CSX embankment project, which is vital to rail operations and the Lee Hall Reservoir's water quality. Construction is projected for FY 28-29. Item H5 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $2 million for detailed design, permitting, and mitigation of the Dioskin Creek Dam remediation project and address seepage and safety issues to improve its poor rating and secure regulatory approval. Item H6 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $3 million for pre-construction support of the PFAS compliance project. Waterworks has conducted pilot testing of additional treatment technology at Lee Hall since 2019 and plans to complete design, construction, and startup of the PFAS compliance project by 2028. Item H7 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $4 million from the Newport News Waterworks fiscal year 2021 water revenue bond authorization for construction of the West Hampton Neighborhood Distribution Improvements Project. Item H8 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $4,937,874 from fiscal year 2026 Newport News Waterworks revenue bonds for the purchase of property at 15680 Warwick Boulevard and to support continued development of the Lee Hall Complex Master Plan, which includes new administrative and customer facilities, training areas, additional storage, and upgraded fuel islands. Item H9 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $1 million from the community development category of the fiscal year 2023 bond authorization, $1 million from the fiscal year 2024 bond authorization, and $3,500,000 from the fiscal year 2025 bond authorization to support downtown initiatives. That concludes those appropriation items for your consideration this evening, Mr. Major.
Thank you. I do have one, there's one speaker, Mr. Chris Fryman, but are you speaking about the PFAS or do you want to speak in citizen comments?
This was PFAS.
Yeah, perfect.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So I just want to put it on, Mr. Mayor, City Council, I just want to put it on everybody's radar that I was watching clean water bills go through the General Assembly this year. And Governor Youngkin, when it comes to PFAS, corporations reporting, sewage, all that stuff, vetoed every one of them, except for one bill that I could find, which was it would take the operational costs of the facility in itself or any debts incurred and be able to push it into the citizens' base rate. So I just wanted to put that on everybody's radar. So,
got you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And I think we did H1 through H9, and I think the big one, the $17 million one, let's make sure we have that for the record. So, Alan, could you read H10, Newport News Waterworks, Little Creek Dam Project?
You put too much pressure on me, Mr.
You were doing so good, Alan. So good.
It's told away to stay away. I was told to stay away from jokes on this one. Item H10 is a request to approve a resolution appropriating $17,750,000 from the Newport News Waterworks fiscal year 2026 water revenue bond authorization for construction of the Little Creek Dam Improvements Project. The project addresses seepage and erosion issues through filter berm installation, swale repairs, outfall and riser upgrades, and grading and monitoring improvements to enhance safety and restore normal reservoir operations. And I do recommend approval of all the appropriations this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, is there a motion to approve item H1 through H10?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, open the vote, please. The vote is now live.
Motion carried, 7-0.
Thank you. Citizen comment. I will call each name in the order it appears in front of me. Norma Williams.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. My name is Norma Williams. I'm at 127 Persimmon Drive in Yorktown, Kiln Creek. As you all know, Kiln Creek has two sides, York County as well as the Newport News. My concern this evening is the Kiln Mart that is on the Newport News side. That mart is next to, it's zoned, I guess, commercial, and it's next to a daycare. I kind of stumbled in on it. It sells vapes as well as it has a gaming machine. I don't know if it's operational, but I did some research, and I didn't think Governor Youngkin had. I thought Governor Youngkin had vetoed, though. I'm retired Army, as well as a government contractor. I'm now fully retired. The last 2 school years, I have been going over to Portsmouth, working with students to pass the SOL, tutoring them in English. And I was in the Cavalier Manor area in Portsmouth for the middle school age. I saw firsthand what those vapes will do once they get into schools, how they change the students, how they change the students' behaviors, their dress, their demeanor. And what concerned me was the fact, and I addressed it to the Kiln Creek Owners Association, is that there was this store. What I saw was more than just the store. I saw the vapes. I saw Featherstone Apartments, kids. I saw the schools, Woodside, Menchville. I saw the airport, which is now going to be what I see, commerce coming in. I see these things that are coming in. I see the train station now in Newport News. So I'm looking at all this activity, the airport itself outside of the commerce, all of this activity that's going to possibly bring in not so good things. And I want to share just one last thing. I read an article, I came across an article, Colonial Heights, Virginia. And July 25th, I believe, the end of July, they had in Colonial Heights 3 stores, 3 tobacco vape stores that they had gotten tips for illegal gambling and drugs. So as we have just approved for, which I'm in favor of, I stayed in Commonwealth one time. They are very nice. And now that we're going to have this new development, what are we going to do about those things, keeping those items out of our kids, all children? And last but not least, I just want to say, Grafton High School, elementary school is zoned for that area. Have we talked with them about, are they going to be able to accommodate that new development, as well as Kiln Creek Elementary? Thank you all for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. And I think I speak for the council. We hear you on the vape shop issues. Just give us a few weeks. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Angela Harris, I think she left, but okay. And Francis Jacobson, I thought he left as well. Okay, that's all that I have for the comments. Because Chris, are you good? Sure. Come on. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine.
So I went to go get my real ID, and I went to the DMV over in Hampton. I had a slight fold over one of the letters on my birth certificate. It's all relevant. They rejected it. So I went to another DMV. Then they said they would try to take a picture of it and send it in, but they weren't sure if the Virginia DMV system would be able to upload it. That's important because it means that they're putting our birth certificates into a system, and I'm not against the DMV. I'm just saying that they're making our information possibly queuable. So I went ahead and called my state registrar to get my original birth certificate, and I started having a conversation with her. And I asked, well, why aren't the states working together to, get this done? Why do we have to independently get our birth certificates and go into the DMV? And she told me that she cannot see any other state's DMV because there's protections over that. But what I worry about is the protections that we may not have if we put our birth certificate into the DMV systems, because public companies can then go in, or companies for law enforcement, whatnot. I pulled a story out of Texas where a lady left the state to go get a medical procedure. I think we all know what I'm talking about. And apparently some deputies hopped onto the flock system without a judge's warrant and were able to track her down. We are living in a time when our current administrations at the highest level are we're fighting to get rid of birthright citizenship. And what does your birth certificate tell you? It tells you it could possibly lead somebody to track which generation of American you are. So I just want to put that out. I know we have a lawyer for our city. I just want to make sure that we have protections, and I'm telling the city council, because your voice together is stronger than independent citizens. I just want to make sure the state within its systems are protecting our rights as well and our privacy, so.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Request to speak, Mayor.
Yeah,
There
Councilman
was
Harris.
someone I knew that wanted to speak, but they didn't get a chance to fill out a card. I don't know if that's still.
Yeah, they can come down. Yeah, I don't, if you see them.
Oh, yeah, it's back in the back. Mr. Kelly.
Yeah, sure.
Francis just walked.
DK, the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and City Council.
Good evening.
I come here tonight. You guys kind of see me a lot, know a lot of work I do. I do a lot of things on the recovery side of gun violence. Here recently, we had a young lady that lose her life, and I was able to contact 2 people that work with you guys, and I wanted to come here tonight to thank Chief Drew and Commonwealth elect attorney Shannon Jones for how fast they reacted to a text message I gave them and some social media where this young lady who lost her life, her viewing of her funeral, they had her protected. They protected their family as if the president was here. And I just want to thank them for their service and how that family felt. That family wanted me to come here and let you guys know that that was a great thing they did. They appreciate it. It was safe and sound. And Chief Drew, Shannon Jones, I thank you guys for moving with such an urgency for our city. If you rode down 39th and Marshall that day, it was a cop on every block. And that family felt safe. And I thank you guys for all the technology you're doing and all the services that the police officers are doing. Now, with that being said, our children are about to return to school. The first day, I would like to see that same thing happen in that downtown area before them babies go back to school, a cop on every block to make sure our babies return to school safely. Thank you guys for what you're doing. And matter of fact, this council is so excellent, man, of what the city's been going on. I saw this morning the new development that's going on. Thank you guys for making this place a safer place for people to come and live and thrive in. Once again, Chief Drew and Shannon Jones, thank y'all for the urgency of serving that family last week. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I think Mr. Jacobson just walked back in. And is there any other Section I comments? Anything else? All right, your last one, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to stand before great councilmen and women, to say thank you all for what we are doing for our city. I'm a citizen of Newport News, and Newport News is safer because we have people like you all. And I want to say thank you. And to Chief Drew as well, like what my brother said, Newport News is safer because of the work that the police departments, they are doing. And to you, Mayor, I want to say thank you, because when you walked into the office, one of your goals was to make Newport News a safe place for everyone. And I can tell you that crime has reduced in the city of Newport News. We've been able to travel from city to city, from street to street. We've gone to downtown where we have high crime rates, and the testimony has been outstanding of what the police department they are doing. And we hope to continue the work in our city. We hope to collaborate with the whole councilmen, and to also say a big congratulations to Washington, for the work you've done. And I have heard so much about you, and thank you for the great work. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you, Honorables.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So at this time, we have our next item will be new business. Actually, do you want to read that first, or?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and turn over to the vice, and then we have some few comments.
I move to adopt a resolution authorizing the appointment of Aggie Hollingsworth as acting city clerk and granting said acting city clerk temporary additional compensation. A copy of the resolution is before you.
There's a motion. I need a second.
Oh, second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? And we'll hold the main discussion until afterwards. Okay. Call or open the vote, please. I think the vote has now been opened.
Motion carry, 7-0.
Thank you. So at this time, we're going to take a moment of privilege, and I think this is someone's last meeting. So.
But I have something to say first.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's put the. How about this, Mabel? Do you want to put? You can sit there, or do you want to go at the podium?
No, I can do it here.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Put it in the middle?
Some of you know that.
No, actually, we're gonna put you in the middle. I think after all these years, we can all come and stand behind you, Mabel.
Good evening, everyone. Some of you know that I announced my plans to retire effective September 1st. So this is my last meeting. No applause. I've been fortunate to work with and serve the city in one capacity or another for almost 30 years. Thank you. I've had the honor and privilege to work with intelligent, hardworking, and fun-loving staff, various councils and administration, and a wonderful citizenry that keeps it live and real. Thank you all for that. I couldn't have done it without any of you. And I have my staff up here behind me, and of course the council. I love you all. I wish the very best for you. God bless you all, and God bless the city of Newport News. Thank you for all you've done for me. I appreciate you.
So I think before I know we'll probably have some more time to celebrate and actually do the flowers and some other things, but I want to give, I think you've been here for a few mayors and a few councils, so why don't we start with probably those who have been here the longest. I think Rob in B2, or actually, I'm sorry, Tina's probably. Tina. Sorry, I didn't see it, I'm sorry. So let's go in order of who's been on council the longest. Go ahead, Tina.
Mabel, oh my God. You have been just the most amazing clerk, and I have to tell you, the things I laugh about that you may not always laugh about, the best thing about having a woman like this, it's nothing like having so many things on your schedule that you're actually going from one event to the other, and probably at the third event you're calling saying, Mabel, where am I supposed to be going? And she actually knows. And so that has been such a help. She's never made us feel like we were really stupid because we didn't know where we were going. She kept the ball rolling just so we can make sure we continue to serve our city. Your politeness, the love that you have for our city, and the fact that she has won the honor of being the first black woman clerk. And so that was a huge accomplishment. It is a huge accomplishment in its own right. So of course I'm going to miss you. And I thank you for all of the 16 years I've been here and all of your help and assistance in continuing to guide our city. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love you. Love you too.
I think the next senior is B2 and then Rob. And then the new job.
I didn't even realize it until a few minutes ago that this was going to be your last meeting. And you know how much I love you, Miss Mabel. She kept me going in the right direction, kept me in the right place I was supposed to be at all the time. Whenever I called, you always answered the phone and helped me out so much. And I appreciate you so much for how you welcomed me to council when I got here, and you kept that same smile and embrace throughout our tenure together. I'm going to miss you, but I know if I run across you, you will have that ugly Dallas Cowboy lantern on, and I'm going to talk bad about you for a little while. Oh, my dog. Just for the day, just for the day, just for the day. But all jokes aside, I wish you well. I know how much you love Newport News, the people of Newport News. the passion you put into your work, and going to be a little different going to your floor, but I know your spirit will still continue to be throughout, because you want to make sure we are continue to do our best job for the people in which you served and helped us serve. So thank you so much, Ms. Mabel. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
And take this thing. Here you go.
But before you go on, I couldn't do anything without my staff. I've got to say thank you to Zena and Stephanie. I don't do anything alone. And all of you.
Come on, it's my turn. Hey, honey. So I did know today was Mabel's last council meeting, and it's definitely going to be different, but I am telling you, I'm very happy that you're leaving. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know what we're going to do without you. I remember when I came in 2012, really green and wet behind the ears and not really understanding really what's going on council and what's going on in City Hall, and you welcomed me with open arms and were very patient, and you allowed me to vent.
Oh, yes. And you did.
Yes, I did. And we had a lot of great laughs, too.
Yes, we did.
We did.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I've seen you interact with our citizens, and usually you and your team are the first people that, first city staff that citizens will interact with. And you guys always treat them with dignity and respect, and no matter how upset they may be, you make them feel like they're being heard and that they're the only person in the room. And we're definitely going to miss that. And all of the years of serving 7 bosses at the same time, which I just always thought was amazing, and so many different elected officials that came through here and the different personalities and priorities, but you were able to navigate and manage all of that, and that is a real professional. But it's not just about being professional, it's about having a heart for service, and that has been you, and we're going to miss you, honey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Love you.
How you doing, Mabel?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
So I remember I met you in 2004. I came back in the city. I'm not sure what your role. Were you city clerk? You weren't city clerk at that time.
Yes.
You were okay.
Yes.
Well, there it is. You've been there for a while. Always had a smile on your face. Even when I came with council, we always be cheerful. And like it's always been said, we're gonna miss your smile. I can think about times I brought up my daughter, my son, and we just kind of sat around, just talked, and you were always very friendly to them. So you've been a blessing, I think, for the city, and just enjoy retirement. And I know I'll see you around, and you'll still have that beautiful smile on your face. So do appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
All right.
Mabel, I'm going to miss you. She called me Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Mabel has definitely been an inspiration, not just for the city council, but for the city. To be with this city for over 30 years and been committed to this city is just, it's unmatched. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you've done. I know I worry you a lot. I don't know who I'm going to worry now. I'm just kind of lost. But Mabel gets the job done. She makes sure we have what we need, what we want, and what we need. So we thank you so much for your service to Newport News, and enjoy retirement.
Thank you.
Fly, 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 and be Hollywood with me.
Thank you.
Mabel? Yes. It has been a journey for sure, and what I want to speak to, I want to tell a quick story. And it piggybacks off of what Rob said, that you were the first person that our citizens interact with because you were the first person that I interacted with 10 plus years ago when I was a senior in college. I didn't know what a city council was. I didn't know what a school board was. And long story short, I remember coming to City Hall and saying, I'm going straight to the mayor's office. At the time, I went up to the 10th floor, told the guy I wanted to meet the mayor, and he looked at me and said, kid, you're not meeting the mayor. But let me take you to somebody who helps everyone. And he took me to the 9th floor. I walked in, green, didn't know what was going on. I said, I'm trying to have a town hall meeting. I don't know what to do. Who should I go and talk to? And Mabel said, come tomorrow. There's a council meeting, and I'll introduce you to all of the council members. So me nervous, long story short, got to the council meeting about an hour and a half late. But when I got there, they were right at citizen comments. So I go straight to the podium, I speak, and Mabel kept her word. Right after that, she introduced me to every single council member. And Rob was there. Rob ended up coming to my town hall. I see former Councilwoman Sharon Scott here. She was there. But the point is, Mabel kept her word, and Mabel was the first line of defense for us. And she has always been an amazing person with an amazing spirit about her that lights up anytime she is in the room. So I say thank you for the many years of service to the great city of Newport News. I thank you personally because if the Lord didn't use you, the argument could be made I would not be here. So I say thank you. My wife thanks you. My 6-month-old baby thanks you. And I hope that you enjoy retirement, and we are always here for you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
I think I'll go, and then Alan can close us out. How about that? And I know Zena said that she only wants to speak once at the retirement, or else there's too many emotions. So this is only going to be half of it. But it's funny that the Vice would tell that story. I think most people thought that I just popped up on the scene, but I actually had been around for a couple of years, just sitting in the back of meetings and just wearing a tie and just taking notes. That's my personality. And I think the only person that noticed that was Ms. Mabel. Mm-hmm. And she came to me, I don't even know, it's probably 2017, maybe 2018, and said, hey, you seem really nice, and you're always wearing a tie, and I like you wearing ties. And she said, have you ever thought about serving on a board and in commission? And in my mind, I'm like, yes, but give me 4 years, I'm planning something. And she was like, well, there's actually 2 vacancies on the planning commission. You should really try to get on that. I said, oh, I hadn't planned to do that. And she sat me down and she showed me how to fill out the forms. And through that, I was able to meet a lot of individuals. And I think that sort of vaulted me to where I am now. And so what I would say is thank you. There's been a common theme is that you have invested in the genesis of all of our political and civic life. And what I will miss about you the most is that you have a servant's heart. And I know that these young guys probably frustrated you, and we said we wanted electronic, and you're like, well, we used to do prints, and what's wrong with the printing copies? But no one can ever replace your heart or how much you care about the city. So I know Alan's going to close us out, and we're going to have a larger ceremony. But we love you. No one can replace you. And just thank you for your years of service. And I think I speak on council. We will do the best that we can to follow in your legacy. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Alan. And let's have Alan close us out.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the hug first.
Thank you.
The city manager's office and the role of city manager in every community that I've worked in has a very close relationship with the clerk's office, and particularly the city clerk. And what bound me to really form a close working relationship with Mabel was that she had some staff in her office when I began my employment with the city, in the city manager's office, who were familiar with my local government journey in another community. As a matter of fact, they were from that community. And so that individual and Mabel's office welcomed me with open arms from day one. And Mabel, I can remember some of the early employee pride task force activities that we had. I said, you know what, I've got to keep this relationship going and growing, so let me purchase carnations for Mabel and the staff in her office. And in particular, I went to a conference in Texas, and I couldn't come back without bringing you a cup with the Dallas Cowboys logo on it, right? To know Mabel is to know she's a true Dallas Cowboy fan. So I've appreciated all of the work that you do behind the scenes. Your office and the city manager's office work hand in hand. We all serve our council and we serve this community, and I can't think of a better partner to have gone through this journey with than you. And thank you for all of your dedication and your service to this city. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, I saw Councilman Sharon, so let's have Sharon Scott come, and then we'll do the photo. Because there's still a big party out, later.
Hey, sweetie, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored that Mr. Mayor invited me up to take a picture with Mabel. I was her problem child. I don't know who they think they were. My life was so hectic, she called me Murphy for a long time because anything that could go wrong did go wrong. If there was a traffic jam, I was in it. If there was a zipper on a dress that could be broken, it was my zipper. But today, I'm just glad to be here, and she knows that I always like to have the last word, so I just want everybody to know that Mabel was a really, really big value to me. She added value to the entire council, like Councilwoman Vick said. When we didn't know where we were going, she knew where we were going. And some of the initiatives that she allowed us to impose on her to help us keep our schedule was really, really impactful. So I'm just glad that I was able to make it here in time just to publicly say thank you.
Thank you,
And we look forward to seeing you on the beach.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
We'll do the photo right now. Don't worry, there's going to be more flowers and other things. So we'll come on this side. Yeah, keep moving, guys. Yeah. We just got to get it tight. You're in the middle. Your side. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. So as we close up, we're just going to go through new business. Mr. Manager.
None, sir.
Mr. City Attorney.
I'll just wish Ms. Mabel well. I was just a baby-faced lawyer starting in January 2007. She welcomed me, and it's been a joy working with you over the years, Mabel.
Thank you, Bob.
I'd also like to express condolences to Darlene Bradbury. She lost her mom this weekend, so she's not here. But Darlene, you're our thoughts.
Thanks, Bob. Mabel, how about we'll wait till you have the last word. So we're just going to skip you to the very end, okay?
I'm good.
I know, but just, we'll skip you till the end. Councilman Coleman.
I don't have anything, sir.
Yep. Councilman Harris.
Don't have anything.
Councilman Long.
Just want to say it was a great National Night Out, and I want to thank Willow Green Apartment Complex for allowing me to enjoy my family that night. My daughter came out with me, and she just bounced her heart out, so really do appreciate it. It was a great National Night Out, and I just wanted to make that comment. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Vick.
Oh, well, today was such a great day as we did the groundbreaking at the place that will be our new, with the partnership with the place that will be our new job training facility for the city in connection with the shipyard, the sponsors, Virginia Peninsula College, of course, our City of Newport News. I think that's so great that we've all come together with the Virginia Peninsula College, Hampton Roads Workforce Council, W.M. Jordan, and our city. I know I may be leaving somebody out, but I know I have the gist of it, because the amazing things that that facility is going to do for our city as far as being able to train people to be employed in so many of the different fields to enhance our shipyard, to enhance the lives of our citizens. So it was such a joy to be able to break ground there today, to know the possibilities that will be coming to our city in the creation of this training facility. Also, one of the things I always wanted to do as a member of council was to be able to strengthen our relationship with our school board. And I do want to say, I want to thank Dr. Terry Bass as well as Maritza Alger, as we consistently have quarterly meetings to communicate with each other, to talk about the issues with our children, with our parents, and with our government, and how we can continue to help build a bond to take us to higher heights. So, and that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am. Councilman Neely.
Just excited that the new Workforce Center is coming to the East End, and that's all.
Thank you. Vice Mayor.
Only comments I shared really for Mabel. I'm gonna say that again, but before I say that, what we realized today was this was the largest, in probably the past 25 years, the largest investment that we've seen downtown with what we voted on. So I think this is an amazing time, not only for downtown, but for our city. And so I'm so grateful to work with this team, and I'm excited about the many amazing projects that we have coming online and those that are to come in the future. So again, I said my Mabel story. I truly believe that without Mabel, there's a fair argument that I wouldn't be sitting here. So I appreciate you, Mabel, and again, enjoy retirement.
Thanks, sir. I'll very quickly just say, so we had a quote in one of my military units, and we used to say, the strength of the wolf is the pack, and the strength of the pack is the wolf. And I can say that our strength is Mabel, and Mabel, we will definitely miss you. And the first person who gave me a city pin was Mabel. When I was sworn in on a planning commission, she gave me one of these city pins. And so I have my pin, Mabel, to give back to you. So it's a sort of full circle moment. So just thank you for everything. And with that, the final word will go to you, ma'am.
Thank everyone for everything. It's been real.
And with that, we stand adjourned.
Yes. Yes.